Back to school equals back to big savings at Heritage Automotive in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Over 150 used vehicles, all priced to move and below market value. Hurry into Heritage Automotive, where the deals are hot and the savings are huge.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather today.
Good Friday morning. I'm Kelli Rosson in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a look at the forecast. We do have showers and storms returning to our forecast this afternoon. A few of those storms may be on the stronger side later this afternoon and this evening, so stay tuned to this weather update for all of those new details for this afternoon and evening storm chance. But your Build Your Day forecast brought to you by Parks Lumber Company, looking a little bit more unsettled compared to earlier in the week. We stay mostly dry, maybe a few spotty showers for the morning and into the early afternoon. Otherwise, mainly after the 2 o'clock hour is when we will start to see some storms firing up to our west, continuing to push through the Tennessee Valley through the rest of the afternoon and into the evening. Before those storms arrive, temperatures will reach the low to mid 70s, so another relatively warm day for today before very cold air reaches us for the second half of the weekend. More on that here in this weather update as well. But let's go ahead and talk about today's storm threat. Again, still looking like a lower end type threat despite the level 2 out of 5 risk from the Storm Prediction Center. It's something that we are watching, but we're really thinking that it is going to be a lower end type threat with just maybe a stronger storm or two in the bunch, with wind gusts maybe 45 to 60 miles an hour and maybe some hail with these storms. But otherwise, that is pretty much all we've got. We are still going to see those thunderstorms regardless of their strength this afternoon, though. So you will still need the rain gear and will need to keep that in mind for any outdoor plans this afternoon and this evening. But here is what you can expect on Futurecast again for the much of the morning and into the early afternoon. Maybe just some spotty rain showers, otherwise mostly dry and mostly cloudy, temperatures reaching those low to mid 70s. Check out those winds too. Winds blowing anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour, maybe even gusting up to 20 to 25 miles an hour this afternoon, ushering in that warm, moist air. But we will see those storms start to fire up again, mainly after the 2 o'clock hour, closer to about 3, 4, 5 o'clock for our northwestern counties, and those will continue to push southeastward throughout the rest of the afternoon and into the early evening. Again, this is when a few of these storms may be on the stronger side with some gusty winds and maybe some hail, but we're really not thinking that's going to be a widespread issue by any means. We're talking maybe just a storm or two here or there. Tornado threat, not something we're concerned about, but we can't completely rule it out. Just know that we are not very concerned with that by any means. In fact, again, this is going to be a lower end type threat for this afternoon and evening. But by about 10 o'clock, we're still seeing those storms around the Tennessee River in North Alabama, continuing to push through later on into the evening around midnight, finally getting out of our viewing area here. Clouds will linger for your Saturday, maybe a lingering shower or two. Otherwise, we do start to dry out for your Saturday, but just know there may be some lingering showers swirling through during the morning and afternoon. So again, a tornado risk very low for today. Again, overall, this is a lower end type threat, but in terms of any sort of wind gusts that could be up to damaging up to 60 miles an hour, can't rule it out. Maybe a storm or two here or there may have some strong winds, and then some small hail is possible with some of these storms. Flooding, though, not an issue for this afternoon and this evening. Now, we will see this cold front come closer to us here in the Tennessee Valley over the weekend. Again, maybe a lingering shower or two for your Saturday, and then this cold front brings us some major changes by Sunday, especially Sunday night. Cold air will be rushing in. It will be quite breezy at that. So it is going to be cold on Sunday, but even colder on Monday. I'll show you those temperatures here in just a moment. With your Sunday night, we may see some lingering moisture, maybe squeezing a few flurries, not impactful or no accumulation by any means, but we may see a few snowflakes falling from the sky overnight and early Monday morning. Not looking like a widespread thing by any means, looking like better chances closer to the Appalachian Mountains out east into East Tennessee. Otherwise, though, we start to dry out for the second half of your Monday. But again, Monday is going to be very cold, and I will show you that here in just a moment. But today is certainly our next best rain chance, with showers and storms expected later on this afternoon and evening. Saturday and Sunday, a few lingering showers, and then Sunday night into Monday, again, maybe a few flurries in the area. No impacts or accumulation is expected, though. For the next few days, again, we stay a little bit unsettled, especially for today, with a few stronger storms with those scattered thunderstorms that we are expecting later on this afternoon and evening. Again, mainly after 2 p.m., I think a little bit more specifically after about the 3 or 4 o'clock hour, and then a few lingering showers Saturday as temperatures are still in the 70s, but then we cool off about 20 degrees between Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon, only reaching the mid-50s, and guess what? We get even colder than that into the upper 30s. That's right, struggling to reach 40 degrees on Monday. Again, maybe a few flurries during the morning hours, but again, not looking impactful by any means. Just don't want you to get caught off guard. And we are going to be cold, windy, blustery, wind chills in the 20s during the afternoon. So Monday, a very, very, very cold day. Don't want you to get caught off guard. But then we warm right back up into the mid 50s by Tuesday, back into the 60s by Wednesday.